Hello everybody, this is House Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Disco Elysium. In the previous episode, we finally managed to get the corpse down after examining it from the tree, and then because it falling to the ground caused the release of some gases, we decided it would be best to take care of some of the initial interviews before continuing our examination of said corpse. Now, that being said, I did do some looking into some of the thoughts that we've been looking into, and Long Lonesome Way Home is, not all that useful to us. What we get after its completion is our learning cap for perception is raised to 5. Meh. And being on speed, aka drugs, gives us +1 to psi. I'm gonna be a cop that's not gonna be on drugs, so that's not useful to me. And the thing is, starting out, we only have 3 of these thought cabinet spaces. If we want more, we have to unlock them with skill points. Not only that, but if we want to remove a thought, we have to spend a skill point. And it's kind of a waste to do that. Plus, there is one other thought I want to get. One that can kind of help with our money problems. Not in a major way, but enough that it will be useful. So much so that I'm actually going to stop clicking on any green bubbles. There is Ace's Low that, as we are researching it, gives us empathy towards Kim, but once we have finished it, we keep the empathy towards Kim, and we gain, I believe, +2 to a spirit decor. There is the Ace's High version, which we get by only doing the Slap It and not doing the Ace's Low. But it's less powerful than the Ace's Low. So yeah, I'm going to stop clicking on these green bubbles. Now, unfortunately, we are in the opposite direction of where we need to go to get that thought. But oh well. Nope, not clicking on any of these. You gonna let me in or what? Oh, there we go.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Fine.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oof.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Wait, you know Garte?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
I do need money. There are some things I need to buy, in addition to paying off certain things. Did the comically large check, but don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
No, it's cool.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
And this entire conversation basically shows why you need to have more than one in physical and psychological. I'm not worried. I would appreciate any help you could provide.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Just gonna heal up before anything else goes wrong.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Oh, right, I can't quick save in conversation.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't
No,
you?
I'm not about
You're
to
about-
cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use a glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense that there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
You've heard wrong, Evart. We're not.
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
And why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Uh-huh, and whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I can't accept this thing.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder. Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
I too am surprised by the resilience of my athleticism of this tool I've been provided with.
Yes, yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
That's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory's fine, I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Evard over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Oh, where'd you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Have another look at that folder. Oh,
Everard's
damn
large
it.
hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
Let's talk of other matters for a moment. We're not going to get anything else out of him without doing him a favor that I'm not inclined to do.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
Everard, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Okay. Just an item, huh? Giant novelty check, no? A few. Postcard. Tools? Guess it's a key item. Alright, so that got us a fat load of nothing out of him. Sith. Well, may as well get out of here. Try and find the other person that we would want to talk to. How do we get out of here? Oh, right, that one room we were in. Valsen means Whale Fjord in Arden. Okay. Good to know. Well, unfortunately, we can't really cash that check. Or can't just give him the check. I mean, we have to at least try first. I think.
Scab?
Man asked with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuna said you know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
His promise.
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold on, 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of it. All the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
And Mesque is epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas. For example, harbors.
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm
Nice.
glad it's not my search.
Nice talk. We gotta get moving. Who's this guy?
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man runs hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge.
Man rubs his jaw. Perfect, lightly bearded, square wedge. I'm just going to leave now. Alrighty then. Well, let's see what's going on around here. I mean, we could try and cash that novelty check. I can figure out how to get out of here. There we go. Doors open. 1600. Thought it was 1400 for some reason.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
Can I pay with this check?
You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything. This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand. Every single cent.
You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gates, though it might not be enough to cover it.
Like
Right.
what?
Okay. Local frit near the harbor gates. God, I wish I had a map. Problem is, getting that map is going to require money. Money I don't really have right now. Is this it? No. Hold on, give me a minute. Ah, here we go.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What's that magazine you're reading?
You mean this?
Looks at the cover, boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about all that. What's this Fashion Police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this?
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
I
I'm not
need
really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the Union. The Union works for you by supplying you with cash. That was easy. Worryingly so.
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Uh-huh.
Alright.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Okay, let's insert our
Your
bottles.
bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Not by much. Still, though, it's something. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, there's actually somewhere else I want to go. Not just that initial interrogation, but I want to head here. The bookstore. Actually, I think I need to talk to the kid out front first.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
The young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window and then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I should have a word with the store owner, maybe.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed? In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
She's looking for the right word. Bankrupt?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Enough about the curse. Or how does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse. For now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Okay, bye. I'll see you around, Annette.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So, are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
10. She's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
The way your hand... She's just gonna get all... You're not a parent, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's change
The
the
woman
subject.
before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
And what if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything?
She fiddles with her pendant, then
See
waves
those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
her. I'll take a look
She
at them.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Hey.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages.
Nah, not what I'm looking for.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular sword with
Nope.
the plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Okay.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Uh-huh, interesting.
Various paranatural books
Okay, where in here is the map? I guess I probably have to use some of the green bubbles. I prefer to save them. Magazines tucked away in a dark corner. Gifts, books, and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn rows and rows of Hiamdalamen blur your vision. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hiamdal novels.
Do any of the books call out to me?
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Yeah. What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Hiamdal in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Hiamdala man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hiamdal and the Devil Woman.
Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hiamdal novels.
No, thanks. Not interested in any of that. Books, lake trout. Where is this map?
A small mountain of an endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral. Cav books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game. New maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition mega setting supplement.
Nope. Where the heck is the map? Give me a minute.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
No, that's not it. This it?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I want to buy the map of Martinez.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Alright, so we finally have a map of Martinez.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Alright. We now have a map that we can use to teleport around. For the most part. Obviously, some of these places we haven't gotten to, nor can we, but it can give us a good idea of how to get around. And this right here is where I need to go right now. Like, right now. Well.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
What's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse, that's why you're afraid.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
But I sense this place is calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in...
Alright, let's talk to her.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to... I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
If it's just a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt to just peek inside. It's not like it's cursed, right?
No!
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped frown, then she breaks down.
Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
Why didn't you just tell me right away that it's the curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Also, I just realized I've run out of time. Whoops! Goes to show how engaging this game is that I don't even notice the time has run out. Alright, we'll continue this discussion with her about the curse later. Well, next episode. But with that, I'm going to end this off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, and please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.